Greetings to all fellow seniors and cultivators. Have you ever just stopped and wondered if what we see and touch is, well, all there is? Today, we're going to dive into a pretty amazing cosmological map that shows us not one, but three totally distinct layers of existence. It's a journey that, honestly, might just change the way you see everything, the world, and more importantly, yourself.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to explore this three-tiered reality, starting with the one we all know, the heaven of form. Then we'll move into the heaven of energy, and finally, we'll arrive at the heaven of truth. And we'll wrap it all up by talking about the path of return, which is really what this is all about.
All right, let's get into it. So, what if I told you that our everyday reality is just the tip of the iceberg? This ancient way of seeing things breaks the universe down into three layers. And understanding this is, well, it's absolutely key to understanding the path of cultivation. Each layer is different, each has its own rules.
Yeah, it's a heck of a question, isn't it? It really forces you to think beyond just what our five senses tell us. This whole cosmology is built on the idea that the physical world, the one that feels so real and solid, is actually just the first layer, kind of like the outer shell of a much deeper reality. So let's start right there, with what we know best.
Okay, so first up is the heaven of form, or Xiang. This is our world. It's everything you can see, touch, and measure. The mountains, the rivers, the sun and the stars, the whole shebang. It's the universe we experience every single day. But here's the kicker. It's defined by constant change.
So, to put it simply, the heaven of form is the physical universe. It's our home base. It seems solid, right? But it's also a bit of an illusion, because everything in it is in a constant state of flux. Nothing ever stays the same. It's the world of space and time as we know it. And here are the key things to remember about it. It's visible, it's material, and, this is the big one, it's subject to change and decay. Nothing here lasts forever. It's the most temporary of all three realms. It's beautiful, for sure, but it's also where we experience the cycle of birth and death. It's our starting point.
Now this is where it gets really personal. This heaven of form isn't just out there in the cosmos. It's right here. It's our physical body. Our body is like a perfect little miniature version of this physical universe. It's tangible, it changes, and it's temporary. It's the vessel we've been given for this journey.
All right, so we've looked at the physical layer. Now, let's peel that back and go one level deeper, into a realm that's a lot more mysterious. We're moving from the seen to the unseen, to the world that powers everything, the heaven of energy, or Li-Tian. This is the realm of life force, the invisible engine running the show.
So, what is this heaven of energy? Well, imagine a reality made of pure energy. It's what governs all the cycles, like the changing seasons. This is also the domain of deities, spirits, ghosts, you name it. It's where the fundamental forces of yin and yang are constantly at play, shaping everything we see in the physical world.
But here is an absolutely crucial point. The heaven of energy is not the final destination. It might be non-physical, but it isn't eternal. It's still governed by time and cosmic cycles. And even the powerful gods and spirits that live here, well, they are still caught in the wheel of reincarnation. It's a higher realm for sure, but it's not the end of the line.
And just like before, we have a direct connection to this realm. If our body is the heaven of form, then our mind and our breath correspond to the heaven of energy. Think about it. Our thoughts, our emotions, they're all forms of energy, right? They literally shape our personal reality. And our breath, well, that's our life force, our qi. And now we finally arrive at the very heart of it all, the ultimate source, the final destination, the heaven of truth, also known as Li-Tian. This is what it's all about. This isn't just another realm. It's the very ground of being, the true and eternal home of our original spirit.
So how do you even describe this place? The sages called it true emptiness. But don't let that word fool you. It's not an empty void. It's a reality that's formless, soundless, and odorless. It's beyond our senses. It's the eternal, uncreated, indestructible source that everything, and I mean everything, comes from.
This realm is totally different from the other two. It's eternal. It never changes. It has no form, no substance. It exists completely beyond time and space. This is Li, the fundamental principle of the universe, and most importantly, this is the true home of our spirit.
And here's the most amazing part. This heaven of truth isn't some far-off place you have to travel to. It's already right here, inside every single one of us. It is our true original spirit, that spark of the divine that's always there. The journey, you see, isn't about going somewhere else, it's about coming home to who you truly are.
Okay, so we've got this incredible map of reality now. Form, energy, and truth. The big question is, so what? What do we do with this knowledge? Well, that's where the path of return comes in. It's about consciously making the journey from the outer world of form through the subtle world of energy and all the way back home to truth.
This chart just lays it all out so perfectly. Look at that symmetry. The vast cosmos, the macrocosm, is perfectly reflected in us, the microcosm. The heaven of form is our body. The heaven of energy is our mind and breath. And the heaven of truth, that is our true spirit. We're not just in the universe is in us.
And that right there is the whole point of cultivating the Tao. It's not about becoming a powerful deity in the heaven of energy. It's about going beyond both form and energy to return our spirit to its true source, the heaven of truth. That is liberation. That is waking up.
To make this super clear, let's use a simple metaphor. Think of our true nature as H2O. In the heaven of form, it's frozen solid as ice, tangible, defined, but temporary. In the heaven of energy, it's flowing and dynamic, like liquid water. But in the heaven of truth, it becomes vapor, formless, free, rising up and returning to its source in the sky. Ice, water, vapor, it's all the same stuff, just in different states.
You see, to escape the endless cycle of reincarnation, we have to cultivate the Tao. It's about turning our attention inward and making that journey home. I love this quote from Confucius. If I hear the Tao in the morning, I can die in the evening without regret. I mean, wow, that really puts into perspective how important this is.
So, the big question for all of us is, how do we start? How do we even begin to look past the noisy, changing worlds of form and energy to sense that eternal truth within? Well, the answer is actually really simple. We start right here. We start by just paying attention to our breath, to our thoughts, by finding a little bit of stillness and just listening.
If this journey through the three heavens made sense to you or sparked something inside, we'd really appreciate it if you'd like, share, and subscribe. It really does help us keep these conversations going.
Gratitude for the grace of heaven and the virtues of the teachers. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next time.